Early in the gold mining season, when the temperatures are still biting and the ground remains partially frozen, seasoned miner Tony Beets is already on the move. At 64, Beets shows no signs of slowing down, despite how physically taxing each season can be. His competitive spirit and determination keep him coming back to the Klondike year after year. In his usual blunt manner, Tony admits that retirement is the last thing on his mind, jokingly saying, "If I would retire, I'd be a corpse within a year." He adds with a grin, "The best thing about your retirement is it'll also be your funeral, so it'll save a lot of money." This year, Beets is starting his gold mining season 2 months early with high hopes and bigger goals. His target? A record haul of 9,000 ounces of gold. But achieving this requires more than just grit and experience, it demands significant investment in modern, powerful equipment. And Tony, never one to shy away from investing in his business, has just made one of his largest purchases yet. This season, Tony spent a whopping $3.5 million on a brand new 125-ton D11 bulldozer. This state-of-the-art machine is designed to cut through the frozen Yukon ground with efficiency and power that Beets hopes will revolutionize his mining operations at Paradise Hill. The bulldozer, a marvel of engineering, has been customized to handle the harsh conditions of the Klondike, where frozen overburden must be stripped away before the gold-bearing pay dirt can be reached. As the massive machine arrives on site, Tony beams with excitement. "We buy the new stuff because we're aiming for 9,000, 10,000 ounces every year from now on," Tony says confidently. "You can't do that with old equipment." The D11, he believes, will play a crucial role in helping him achieve this goal. The investment in this new bulldozer is part of a larger plan, with Tony having already spent $1.4 million on a new 950 excavator earlier in the season. Altogether, his spending has surpassed his daughter Minnie's $4 million equipment budget by $1 million, and Tony's not even done yet. The arrival of the D11 bulldozer is a spectacle in itself. Transporting such a large piece of equipment is no small feat due to weight restrictions on Yukon roads. The bulldozer had to be broken down into multiple parts to make the journey. Once it arrived at Tony's site, his team had to painstakingly reassemble the beast. The 25,000-pound track frames had to be lifted into place and attached to the main body, followed by the 10,000-pound tracks, which were carefully aligned using the bulldozer's drive wheels. Tony watches as his crew gets to work, assembling the bulldozer piece by piece. The process is slow, but Tony is patient. He's aware of the importance of precision, especially when dealing with such a colossal machine. At one point, he notes the risks involved in handling the heavy parts. "This thing is notorious. If it starts swinging, it can really hurt someone. If you're lucky, it's just a bad day. If you're unlucky, it's your last day." With careful coordination, the crew successfully assembles the bulldozer, and Tony's anticipation grows. Once the bulldozer is fully assembled, it's time to fire up its 850 horsepower V12 engine. The moment it roars to life, Tony's excitement is palpable. He hops into the cab, eager to test out his new office, as he jokingly calls it. The first thing he notices is the heated seat, a feature that adds a bit of luxury to the otherwise rugged machine. "I found the heated seat," he jokes over the radio. "My ass is nice and warm." With everything in place, it's time to put the bulldozer to the test. Tony drives the D11 towards Paradise Hill, where he plans to begin stripping the frozen ground. If the machine performs as expected, he'll be able to start mining gold 2 months ahead of schedule, a huge advantage in the race for gold in the short Klondike season. As Tony begins working, the D11 proves its worth. The powerful machine tears through the frozen ground with ease, ripping out frost that has been sitting for months. Tony reminisces about his earlier days in the Klondike, back when he would spend up to 14 hours a day in machines like this one. "I used to rip for 8 hours and push for 6 hours, day in and day out," he recalls. But now, with the D11, he knows he's got a game-changer on his hands. The D11 bulldozer isn't just about making the job easier, it's about increasing efficiency and output. If we want to get 9,000 ounces this season, Tony says, we're going to need to do some serious stripping. With the new machine, he's confident that he can meet, if not exceed, his goal. You have to upgrade. You have to get the iron. You've got to work with the equipment, not work on it, he explains, emphasizing the importance of reliable machinery in the unforgiving Yukon environment. As the D11 rumbles through the dirt, Tony watches with satisfaction. The investment, though expensive, is already paying off. He knows that with this new bulldozer, he's positioned himself for one of his most successful seasons yet. The journey to 9,000 ounces may be long, but with the power of the D11 behind him, Tony Beets is ready for whatever challenges the Klondike has in store. Tony Beets' ambitious plans and willingness to invest in cutting-edge machinery set him apart as one of the most determined and strategic miners in the Klondike. While many would hesitate at the thought of spending millions on new equipment, Tony sees it as a necessary step to remain competitive and hit his goals. With the D11 bulldozer leading the charge, this could be one of the most memorable seasons for the King of the Klondike. With 14 seasons of Gold Rush already under his belt, Tony Beets, the legendary King of the Klondike, is gearing up for what could be his most triumphant season yet. As the new season approaches, fans are eager to see if Beets can maintain his title as one of the most formidable miners in the Yukon. All signs point to a successful season 15 for Beets, whose relentless drive, experience, and significant investments in state-of-the-art machinery make him a prime contender for a record-breaking year. Tony Beets has never been one to set small goals. Known for his no-nonsense approach to mining, he constantly pushes the envelope, aiming for bigger hauls each season. Season 15 is no exception. Tony's eyes are set on surpassing his previous gold totals, with an ambitious target that exceeds 5,000 ounces, an amount worth millions of dollars at current gold prices. His drive to consistently beat his own record is not just about the money, it's about solidifying his legacy as one of the most successful gold miners in the Klondike. Tony's years of experience, combined with a team that operates like a well-oiled machine, give him an edge. His operation, based in Paradise Hill, has one of the most reliable setups, and as season 15 kicks off, it's clear Tony has every intention of staying at the top of the game. In past seasons, Tony has emphasized the importance of upgrading his fleet. You have to get the iron, Tony often says, knowing that old, outdated equipment can lead to costly breakdowns and delays. With the D11, he won't be wasting time on repairs. Instead, he'll be focused on maximizing his output, ensuring that his team can reach the gold-rich pay dirt as quickly and efficiently as possible. With the new bulldozer and other state-of-the-art machinery, Tony's mining operation is poised to handle the Klondike's challenging conditions better than ever before. This edge will likely give him a head start over his rivals and help him meet his ambitious gold targets.